Are you gonna sleep right through this? Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Katie. I'm a NASM certified personal trainer, performance enhancement specialist, and corrective exercise specialist. I am also a body neutral personal trainer, which simply means my clients and I don't really focus on weight loss, weight gain, or aesthetics. We focus on other sustainable habit and behavior changes that may impact the way that we look, may not impact the way that we look, but what they definitely do is positively impact our overall health. And last but certainly not least, I am also an elite level powerlifter, and I am 3 days out from my next meet. This will be my 11th powerlifting meet, and today we're gonna pack my bag together. We're 3 days out. I'm feeling really good. My body is feeling really recovered. I just got a massage this morning and I'm feeling so good. I see my chiropractor tomorrow morning. My massage therapist basically spent 30 minutes just on my right leg because I've been dealing with a lot of nerve pain down my right leg, but it's feeling so good since my massage this morning, so fingers crossed. And that's that. Then it's go time. We weigh in on Saturday. Today is Thursday afternoon. I don't know what day it is without the gym. Today's Thursday. We weigh in on Saturday morning, and then we compete Sunday. I'm gonna take you guys through. Are you just gonna sleep through this whole thing, Miss Girl? I gotta show you guys one of my cats. This is Fern. Are you gonna sleep right through this? Yes, okay. All right, let's pack this bag. When I pack my bag, I like to start from the ground up just to make sure that I'm not missing anything and that I'm going like in some kind of order. So first we're gonna start with socks. I have a regular pair of socks that I will most likely wear, a backup pair of socks. I don't know why, I don't know what might happen to my socks. And then my deadlift socks. Your deadlift socks are specifically for obviously when you deadlift, and they are any kind of sock that goes up to your knee so that you protect yourself from bleeding on the bar. Basically just keeps everybody healthy and safe. All right, next we're gonna go shoes. First we've got my squat shoes. I squat in Nike Romaleos or Romaleos. I don't know what they're called. The twos are the best Romaleos that they ever made, and they don't make them anymore. I'm gonna wear these until I can't anymore, even though the left one has squeaked for years now. All right, other shoes. Deadlift and bench shoes. I wear Notorious Lift. I don't know which ones. I feel like these are the Sumo Sole Gen 2, but I honestly don't know. Sorry. I love these for both bench and deadlift because they are super, super flat, and they're also super sticky on the bottom. Other shoes, I like to bring a pair of comfy shoes so that I can just get into my comfy shoes after the meet and I don't have to walk around in squat shoes. Those are not gonna fit in my bag right now, and I'm gonna wear those to the meet, and I don't wanna leave them on my bed. Okay, shoes, knees. These are my Pioneer knee sleeves, I promise. I just keep them folded up like this. It makes it a lot easier to get them on and off. Those are going in. Knees, hips, underwear. Don't look. Bra, just a Petula sports bra. T-shirt. I'm just gonna wear this black tee underneath my new singlet. I am obsessed with her. She is Gorgina. She's my favorite color, olive green. I have a Virus singlet in black, but it was also a size small. Oh, there's like a little bit of pulling back here. That's okay. Is that okay? That should be okay. I have a Virus singlet in just black, but it was a size small, and I wanted a new one. And when I saw this olive green one, I knew I had to get it because olive green is hands down my favorite color. And then a comfy pair of sweats, a very underrated item. You're not gonna wanna sit around in your singlet all day. So comfy clothes is a must have. Next we have bands. I use my bands to warm up, to stretch out, stuff like that. You wanna play with the bands, Miss Lady? Oh my goodness, you're so crazy. Okay, next we've got deodorant and hand sanitizer. I'm a stinky girl and powerlifting meets are kind of gross. Next we have baby powder. So we use baby powder in powerlifting when we deadlift to help the bar slide up the thighs a little bit easier. So baby powder. We've also got a lacrosse ball for when my hips start getting tight, because I know that they will. For other pain relief stuff, we also have like heat patches and Tiger Balm. Oh my God, I love Tiger Balm. Next, I have my Airwave mouthpiece and my little cleaning spray for my mouthpiece. I actually want to remold my mouthpiece before meet day, so I'm gonna leave this over there. Next up, we have ammonia. I actually get a lot of questions for which ammonia we like. This is hands down the best ammonia. Can you focus? This is hands down the best ammonia that Joe and I like, so. Brittany's hanging out with me.
Brittany's helping.
She's the best helper.
Is she in the video?
I don't think so. No paparazzi, please. You wanna go see your dad? Yeah. You're so crazy. You're so crazy, girl. I feel like, oh, a tripod. I'm gonna have 2 tripods. One of my tripods is obviously with you guys right now. Other tripod is right here. I might bring my Switch, but I'm gonna play on it tonight. I'm gonna bring my AirPods, but I have client calls later, so I need them for that. Extra hair ties. Definitely extra hair ties. I feel like that's it, other than just my belt. This is my Pioneer belt. I've had this belt for probably 6 or 7 years at this point, and there is not a stitch out of place on her. She is unbreakable. I feel like that's it, but I also feel like I forgot 5 million things. Let me look at my list. Okay, singlet, t-shirt, underwear, socks, bra, comfy clothes, squat shoes, bench shoes, deadlift shoes, knee sleeves, deadlift socks, belt, wrist wraps. I don't use wrist wraps. I'm also gonna need my membership card. I just take a screenshot of it on my phone. My attempt ideas, those are already in the notes on my phone. All my warm-ups, already in the notes on my phone. My headphones, and then food, snacks, supplements we're gonna pack together probably Saturday. Baby powder, bands, Tiger Balm, foam roller. I never really use it, so, and we're gonna be at a gym, so they'll have foam rollers there if I really need one. And then ammonia. I think that's it. All right. Bag is packed. Oh my God, I can't believe we're already here. Holy crap. Oh my God. I will see you guys not tomorrow, but on Saturday. I'll bring you along for weigh-ins and rack heights and all that stuff. And then we'll pack my snack bag together. And I think that's all the YouTubing that I'm gonna do for this meet. But later on, we will sit down together and we're gonna go through every single attempt, video footage and all, talk about how it felt, and do a whole recap. So I will see you guys soon. Bye. Ooh. Hello. It is the day before weigh-ins and I'm a little bit cranky, but I did just do my grocery haul for all of my post weigh-in snacks and my meet day snacks, and I want to take you guys through it because it might not be what you're expecting. I went to Trader Joe's and Wegmans. Let's go through Trader Joe's first. Okay. First things first is chips, or really any kind of salty snack. We want to eat as much salt as we possibly can after weigh-ins to help us retain water and rehydrate. So chips is first up. I also love these onion chips from Trader Joe's. The first time I tried them, I thought they were disgusting, but now I love them. Okay, and then I got an entire coffee cake. Is that focusing? Because I wanted it. I got a brookie because why not? On meet day, we just want as many like fast things that are gonna spike our blood sugar quickly. I also got some, come on, I know there's another one. Some Misfits bars. I love these. They just updated their like recipe or whatever. Absolutely delicious. Cookie butter ones. Chef's kiss. And then the rest is really like my normal groceries because I also had other stuff I needed to get. So I have some Impossible meat for Impossible burgers, some tofu, some red onions, some pickles. I'm clearly gonna make burger salads. The Big Mac burger salad is my hyper fixation. And then I also got some chocolate chip cookies that I can make, as well as some mac and cheese, because one thing that I have been craving is some mac and cheese with some fucking breadcrumbs on top. Oh, and then I just have balsamic vinegar, cinnamon, and pumpkin spice in there, so. Okay, next up is Wegmans. So let me talk to you guys about this, because one thing that I have been craving is, you know those sugar cookies that you get from like a bakery, but they have the hard frosting on them? That's what I want. That's what I want, okay? But Wegmans only had the soft frosting, and I about lost my mind. I also got this new water bottle because it's cute. I like the color, and because it's 64 ounces and it has cute little messages on it to help me drink my water. Not that I have a problem drinking water, but it's cute. Oh, and it has a straw. I don't know why, but drinking out of a straw will triple your water intake. I don't know why. I don't know the science, but. And I got some bread because I'm going to be making peanut butter and jellies. PB&Js are my go-to meet day snack for myself and my athletes because it's something that will keep you full, but not upset your stomach. It's not too heavy. I love a good PB&J. And then I just needed milk. Joe needed milk, and that's the first bag. How much more did I get? Oh, this is all kind of unrelated. This bag really just has dryer sheets and Honey Nut Cheerios because I ran out and I've been loving them lately, and double stuffed Oreos. Babe, I got double stuffed Oreos. So that's that on that. Powerlifting meets are really all about fast sugars and fast carbs, as well as a lot of salt. So that's really what you'll see here. I am going to get all of this packed away and put into a separate, I'm actually gonna probably use my Trader Joe's bag to bring all my snacks to meet day. And then my best friend is bringing me a vanilla on vanilla birthday cake from Wegmans. It's not my birthday, I just really want one. And I think that'll about cover it for snacks. I'm gonna have snacks to last me forever. But I like to be that person at the meet that has all the food because if anybody is hungry, I have enough to go around. Weigh-ins are tomorrow at 10 a.m. Yeah. And then we can gorge. I am so excited. I will see you guys at weigh-ins tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, you guys. We are here at weigh-ins, gear check, and rack heights. Car is all packed and we are ready to weigh in so we can go eat. Here we go.
Hi, good morning, how are ya? I'm good. Can I please get I'm actually gonna do a pumpkin iced chai. Can I do a large? Yeah, can I just do, you want a large or extra large?
Large.
Can I do a large hot coffee with cream and sugar? Just an egg and cheese on a croissant.
$14.98.
Thank you. Thanks.
Good morning. It is meet day. I am so tired. It is 6:42. I got coffee on. I'm going to do my hair and makeup and then we'll get dressed and I gotta eat breakfast and then we'll head out. Oh my God. Also, we got our flights last night. Flights in powerlifting is just like the order. It's like the group that you're in and like the order in which things are gonna run. I am the last lifter in my flight. That is really cool because I've never been, I'm last lifter in every single flight. I've been last lifter in the flight before, but not for every single lift. And that's cool because in powerlifting, we go from like lowest weight to highest weight. So it means that like my lifts are the strongest in the flight. And that's really cool. All right, I just heard my kettle pop. Let me go pour my coffee and then I'll do my hair and makeup and I'll see you guys after that. Okay, hello you guys. We are here to go over my full meet day performance. We're gonna go through squat, bench, deadlift, all of the thoughts that I was having leading into each lift, how I performed in each lift, the whole thing. Without further ado, I have made you wait long enough. Let's dive right in. Going into squats, this was hands down the most nervous that I have ever been going into squats on a meet day. Honestly, I was more nervous than I was on my first meet. I was more nervous than I was definitely more nervous than I was going into squats this time than I was in North Americans. Why did it take me so many words to say that? After bombing out on squats at North Americans, my last meet, I was such a head case. My jaw was chattering how nervous I was. Like literally my teeth were chattering. I was so nervous. I knew that I just had to sink my opener. I had to definitely make my opener at the very least. I told myself going into this meet, if I didn't bomb out, it was a successful meet. Of course, I had higher standards of myself than that, but truly, if I didn't bomb out, it was a successful comeback meet because the mental aspect of it was the hardest it's ever been on the platform. So let's dive right into squats. Going into my opener, I was so nervous. My opener was 347.2 pounds, which is 157.5 kilos. Like I said, going into my opener, my teeth were chattering. I was an absolute head case. I am always a head case on meet day in terms of squats. As soon as I get my first squat over with, I'm like, okay, let's party. It's time to go. All right, let's take a look. 347, 157.5 kilos. Walkout felt good. Honestly, as soon as I unracked it, I was like, oh, this is light. Absolutely smoked it. Depth looked great. I had no issues. I knew the second that I got to the top, I was like, that's a good lift. So I was feeling really good after my opener. All right, going into my second, I felt pretty confident going into my second. I definitely felt more confident than my opener because I had just made my opener and I was like, okay, whew, we're at least on the board, right? But also my second attempt was 369, which is 167.5 kilos, a weight that scares me a little bit. So I was definitely feeling a little bit nervous, but also a little bit more confident than my opener. I did fail I failed my second attempt. I was so nervous about depth in this meet, and I think that I will forever be nervous about depth. So I slowed down towards the bottom because I was so unsure. I was like, is that depth? I don't know. So I slowed down, basically like micro paused it at the bottom, ended up just getting overly fatigued and misgrooved it on the way up. A shitty eccentric will lead to a shitty concentric. So that's all that happened on my second. So I retook it on my third. I retook 369, which is 167.5 kilos. This matches the New York State record. I did think about chipping it. So you can chip records, which basically means you can take the half kilo jump. So instead of taking 167.5, I could take 168 kilos in order to chip that record and break that record, but I did not want to go 1 for 3 on squats. So I said, you know what? I'll be back for that record later. Let's just take it again. So like I said, I took it again for my third. This 369 is a 17-pound meet PR for me, which is huge. And also I was a little bit disappointed because I have squatted 380 in training and I was hoping to match that on the platform, but I'm gonna take my wins where I can get them. So 369 for my third, let's take a look. Basically walking out there, I said, girlie, get the fuck out of your head. You know what to do. You've trained depth your entire prep. You know what to do. Get down, get up, okay? And I was also taking a look at how they were calling depth for everybody else. And some squats that I would have thought of as borderline, they were passing. So I was like, you know what? You're fine. Do what you know how to do. Okay, we never get sun up here, and now the sun wants to come out? Yeah, absolutely smoked it. Looking at it, I was like, ooh, that was high. White lights. We got white lights. That's all I need to worry about. So I was super happy after squats. Of course, I was a little bit disappointed because I did want to hit 380 plus, but I didn't bomb out. So that is a successful squat for me. All right, moving into bench, I also went 2 for 3 on bench. I made my first, I made my second, failed my third. It happens, whatever. I was a little bit disappointed with bench, but a little bit less disappointed than with squats. I have hit 200 in the gym before. In this current prep, I hit 195 was my best bench this prep. So I actually brought my opener down for bench. I told them during weigh-ins, okay, I'm being personally victimized by the sun. I told them during weigh-ins that I wanted my opener to be 181, which is 82.5 kilos. But then during warm-ups, everything was feeling pretty heavy. We're gonna talk about that at the end. So I actually brought my opener down to 80 kilos, which is 176 pounds, and I was really, really, really happy with that decision. Let's take a look at the opener. So at the end there, the head judge, she said start, and then I think she said something else. She said like rack or something. She didn't say press, but I heard her command, so I still lifted, and she was like, I'm so sorry at the end. I was like, oh no, you're fine. I literally I don't even really hear what the judges are saying. I just hear that they say something. On the platform, it's not like I black out, but it's like I don't hear anybody, I don't see anything, I really don't feel anything in my body. Like Joe will ask me all the time, he's like, how'd that feel? I'm like, I don't know, show me the video. So she said something incorrect, but she was apologizing to me at the end. It was funny. All right, and then for my second, I went up to 85 kilos, which is 187 pounds, which was my planned second attempt. I was gonna jump from 181 to 187, but I brought my opener down, so we went 176 to 187. 80 kilos to 85 kilos. Second attempt, definitely moved slower than I wanted it to, than I expected it to, but I was like, you know what? It's okay. Honestly, bench is just one of the lifts that it's like, all right, we just have to make it through this to get to deadlifts. So I took 187, definitely felt really heavy. I went into 192.9, which was my third attempt, 87.5 kilos, probably knowing that I didn't have it, but I was like, you know what, we'll just take it, what happens, happens, and we're good. At least I went 2 for 3, right? There are some things that I really want to play around with in my bench this off season. I want to play around with heaving. I feel like I messed around with it a little bit in my off season, but I never really committed to it. And I felt like I got really good leg drive right off the chest with it. So I do want to commit to playing around with that a little bit this off season. All right, moving into deads, it's finally time to party. I was really excited for deadlifts. Going into deadlifts, I opened with 167.5, which is 369, what I took for my third attempt on my squat. I also went 2 for 3 on, okay, this sun is really ruining my life right now. I tell you, the entire sky is clouds, except for exactly where the sun is peeking at. Okay, that's better. Let's talk really fast while the sun is gone. So I opened with 369, 167.5 kilos, and I got all white lights, moved easy, no problem, no issues there. And then for my second attempt, I went up to 177.5 kilos, which is 391. I want to overlay or also I'll put them next to me, I guess. I'll put my 391 second attempt from last weekend here, and then I'll put 391 from North Americans, my last meet over here. I wanted to hit 407 or 413 so badly this meet. I did not, we're gonna get to that in a second, but the difference between how 391 moved just from one meet to the next, I mean, that's progress. That's the kind of stuff that you have to get excited about. You cannot always be so entangled with numbers. Like sometimes it's just, I moved the same weight, but I moved it faster, or I moved it more confidently, or I moved it better overall. So I am honestly so happy with how 391 moved, even though I missed 407 for my third. Don't know how that happened, to be honest with you, because 391 moved so well. It moved so fast. I was honestly over the moon with 391, as you can see from my celly. Failed 407. I think I just didn't get into positioning enough. I didn't get tight enough at the bottom. I'm not really worried about it. I know that I'm gonna be back for it in the future. And honestly, my favorite part of this 407 pull is how I'm still smiling at the end. I think the biggest thing that I've learned in maturing in this sport is you can take this sport seriously as shit. And at the end of the day, it still has to be fun. You still have to enjoy doing it in order to keep showing up. You can't take everything so seriously. It still has to be something that you enjoy doing. So overall, I did win Best Female Lifter, which I am over the moon about.
Women's Raw Full Power Open Best Lifter, Katie Orley.
Yeah! Yeah, Josh!
And in the same breath, I am a little bit disappointed in my performance because I didn't show up in the way that I felt like I could. And that's okay, it happens to literally all of us. I dealt with a lot of obstacles this meet prep, and they are not excuses, they are just reasons. I injured my back 7 weeks out, something like that. My cut was a little bit harder than I wanted it to be, and I did end up having to get on the treadmill the morning of weigh-ins, which I don't like to do, but I was sitting about 1.5 pounds over the morning of weigh-ins, which was very stressful. So I do think that the cut impacted me a little bit, and one of my goals for this off season is to stay closer to competition weight my entire off season. Normally I train about 6 to 8 pounds over competition weight. I want to stay basically 2 to 3 pounds over competition weight at my heaviest this off season. Speaking of goals, like I said, I do have some things that I want to play around with on my bench. And then personally for squat and deadlift, I really think the confidence is going to be key for me. I was, like I said, a head case going into squats. So one thing that I am going to do this off season, I am taking the next next week to just kind of recover and do nothing, have a movie marathon in bed. And then I'm gonna go in and kind of just mess around with movements that I've been missing, I've been craving, kind of just get a pump. And then I'm gonna start on a like mid-range volume program. And then after that phase, something that I definitely wanna do in my off season is keep practicing singles. So what I'm planning on doing after this first volume block is doing a phase where I take a heavy single and then I go into like my volume work, just to kind of help me acclimate to heavier weights again. I really only touch anything over 350 once. Well, like I took like 355, 365, what did I even do? And then 380 going into meet day. So I really only had 3 heavy singles that were near maximal load. So I want to stay in that kind of realm so that it feels less foreign on the platform again. Speaking of the platform, I will be competing again in March. I wanted to go to nationals. That was like my main goal. I have qualified for nationals basically my entire powerlifting career. I'm very bad at bragging about myself. So I've been qualified for nationals basically every meet that I've competed at, but I've never gone. And I really wanted to go this year, but nationals is usually in June or July. And Joe and I are actually in the process of building a house, and we are hoping to be moved in by June. So then it would put us with no access to a gym and really kind of probably all over the place training for, you know, the months leading into and the couple of months after moving in. So I will probably most likely definitely not be going to nationals this year, but hopefully 2026. Yes, 5? No, 6. So Joe and I are both gonna compete at March, same venue, same federation, everything in March, like I said, and then basically just turn all of our attention into our house. We will still obviously be training. I will still obviously be doing week of workouts, but it's a big life move for us. We wanna have as much energy towards that as we possibly can. So March will be our last hurrah for a little bit. I am never going to stop competing. I wanna be competing when I'm like 80, but March will be kind of our last hurrah, like I said, for a little bit, and then we'll be back on the platform in 2026. That feels so weird to say because it's 2024, so it feels so far away, but it's not. These years go by faster and faster. Anyway, I think that about covers it for meet recap. I am planning on making a powerlifting Q&A video sometime, hopefully next week or later this week. So toss any and all questions about powerlifting that you've ever had down in the comments, and I would love to answer them next time. But for now, thank you all so much for tagging along with me this entire meet prep. Your support means absolutely everything. I love making YouTube videos. I will be taking next week off, and then I'll be back to it. So I will see you guys there, and I love you and appreciate you so much.